Hey guys, welcome to VA Friyay. Hopefully you guys had a great week. I know how crazy things are with the market, with how competitive the seller market is, as well as what's going on with interest rates. So it's just been wild. Hopefully, I understand that a lot of you are feeling the pressure. So just hang in there. It's going to be. I've heard. I talked to a number of people who have been through a market like this, and they said it's just got to push it through and just stay vigilant. I think a lot of people who entered the business thinking it would be easy will probably leave by the end of the year. So hopefully you're not one of those people because you're awesome, right? So one of the things I'm going to go through today is closing costs on a VA loan, as well as video marketing. I get a lot of questions about what I do for video marketing, how do I structure it, and so on and so forth to make sure I'm always staying relevant as well as providing value. So before we get started, we got to do a quick dad joke, right? So quick dad joke I have for you today is, what do you say to a hitchhiker with one leg? Hop in. Hop in. Pew, pew. Anyway, so when it comes to closing costs on a VA loan, there's multiple ways to get closing costs paid for that is not coming from the seller. Unfortunately, in this market, it's not like it was 2 to 3 years ago where you could, and it would be within reason to either negotiate closing costs within the purchase price from a seller or ask it from the purchase price, right? So unfortunately, this day and age is very, very difficult. It would have to be because there's situation with the house, something with an inspection response, or there was something else going on. But for the most part, we are preparing our clients to say that the best way to get your offer accepted or be in the upper echelon of buyers to have your highest chance available is to ask the least you can from the seller and also pay your own closing cost. Now, I know I have a lot of agents from all over the country, so I can say that closing cost is going to vary from state to state. Mostly in Washington, it's about 2.5%. Some other states like Texas is like 4%. There's a state in Rhode Island, Delaware, where because they don't have corporate tax, the real estate taxes are extremely high, where the closing cost is like 20 grand for like a $300,000 house. It's kind of wild. It's pretty high. So how do we get these closing costs paid for where the client can pay for it, but not feel they have to save up all this money? The most obvious one is they pay for the closing costs themselves. That's the unfortunate reality. And some of these people, especially a lot of my VA clients, when they were thinking about buying a house, a lot of them were already prepared. So, which is a really great thing. Some of them have just enough for closing costs and the earnest money deposit. And for all of you guys don't know, earnest money deposit does go toward the closing cost. It isn't something that's not lost. So let's say they put $10,000 for earnest money deposit to be a really strong offer. That'll just go to closing costs. And then whatever is left can be refunded back to them. They can use it for whatever they want, and they can just get refunded. Another option is they can get a gift from a family member or a friend. Again, they don't have to prove the relationship as long as that friend or family member is ready to contribute to closing costs. What I do recommend is them not transferring money into the bank account. Not at all, because we have to source the funds if we see it as part of the underwriting process, especially when we try to close the loan. So if we see a huge deposit, we have to source it and we have to figure out a reason why. Main thing is we're going to make sure it's not, the thing is money laundering, and also you're not getting paid by a terrorist organization to buy a safe house for them. So when we recommend getting a gift from a family member or friend, we tell them just hold on to it. And the best way to transfer that money for the closing of a house is if you're in a town escrow state, have it wired straight to escrow, and all we need on our end is a gift letter. If they wire it into the bank account directly, and we see that, we not only do we need a gift letter, we need to show the banks. We need to see the person's bank statement of the gifter. So we don't want to be too invasive. Send it straight to escrow or send it straight to the attorneys. Whoever holds the earnest money, holds the funds. Whoever's the intermediary, whether it's the attorney state, or the escrow state, that's who you want to wire those funds to, and then it just sits there, and then whatever isn't used just gets refunded back. It will most likely go to the bar to give back to the gifter. Keyword is a gift. So there's some other agreement outside of the contract, and that's fine. But that's the main thing. It has to be a gift in the eyes of the loan. Another option is take out a loan. The most effective way in regards to a loan is take out a loan against a retirement account. Again, this is a loan, not a draw. So a draw is where you actually take money out and you get tax on it. A loan is actually taking a loan against the money that you have in there. and you just slowly pay it back over time. I have a client that's doing exactly this, and the active duty military, they have a 401k, a military version of the 401k, something called a thrift savings plan, or TSP. Some of them are been contributing for 4 or 5 years, and they've been contributing for 4 or 5 years. They usually have a good amount in there, usually about $10,000, because it grows over time as well. So you can leverage that account. Usually when you take out a loan, you can only take out about half of the balance as a loan. And then what's cool is that, especially with the thrift savings plan, all you need is you can take out a general TSP loan, or you can take out a residential loan, one of each at one time, which is pretty cool, because you take a general loan, that's great. The residential loan requires, and same thing with the 401k loan, just requires a contract, a purchase and sales agreement in order to prove that those funds are going to closing. So that's an amazing way. I have a client that took out a $15,000 401k loan, and the payment's $80 a month. That's really good, especially because she's paying herself back. The last thing I would recommend, and it will only depend on the client's financial capacity, is taking out a personal loan against a bank. Especially in Washington state markets, there's going to be a lot of 2280 or lower appraisal addendums. So what I would recommend is if they have the capacity, take out a loan for the 2280 stuff, because the 2280 or low appraisal addendum is very conditional based on the appraisal value. If they don't have to exercise low appraisal addendum, what they can do is just pay back, right? And just close the account and not worry about it anymore. Or if they do use it, at least they have those funds set aside and there's not an issue, and we have accounted for it on our end. Again, you wouldn't do this unless the loan officer or myself has given that proper guidance, because it does impact their buying power. And why we want to make sure that's important is because, there's a lot of clients that can absolutely afford more than what they're looking for, and we can use that margin to help them be more competitive in the market space. So we know that 2280s are the thing right now. So that's how you get the top half in order to get your offer accepted. So that's really pretty much it when it comes to closing costs and when it comes to a buyer. Obviously, they can get paid for it, get credited toward by the agent. Sometimes depending on the situation, we can negotiate some of the things as a lender as well to kind of help the client out a little bit as well. Alrighty, so going right into video marketing. The programs I use in regards to video marketing is mostly StreamYard and just doing videos on my phone, or I use Zoom to record these videos. What's great about StreamYard is that it can actually connect to all the social media websites that you have, Facebook, YouTube, things like that. I personally have a YouTube channel where all these videos get recorded and go into that as my library. And then you can do these as a live, and it streams to all these services at the same time, and people can comment and you can respond to the comments. You can have people in. As some of you have seen, you can actually share your screen while you're doing a live event. Most of my videos are actually pre-recorded. So I pre-record them and I schedule it to go out, and it actually looks like a live event or live video that I'm posting at 12:30. So a lot of you, that's my secret. Actually, when the videos are posted, it's not me actually doing it right at that moment. It's actually pre-recorded and then I send it out. So that StreamYard is an amazing tool. You can do some banners like you see here on the screen. Again, you record them, you can download them, and you can do like email marketing. So a lot of you if you're on my email list, you're probably going to get an email as soon as this video comes out, give you kind of a word for word idea of what it looks like. Some of you guys like to read, and then I include the link to the video in the email. That way you guys can watch it if you want to, if that's a little bit easier. So that's StreamYard. StreamYard is an amazing tool. I enjoy using StreamYard. You can invite people in, which I think I might start doing some interviews with real estate agents. So if you're interested in doing that, please let me know. Zoom is another great way, and Teams. Zoom and Teams are basically the same thing. We use Zoom a lot for our classes that you guys have seen. I do a lot of meetings over Zoom. So that's really more for just like a one-on-one. But as far as video marketing, you can do just stuff on your phone and just post it on Facebook or in your real estate agent groups and things like that. The key thing is always providing value. I'm probably going to start doing video marketing for all my clients under contract, or it's not under contract, who are shopping, and just give them an idea of what the Market Mondays look like. Basically, I'll just give my Market Mondays and send it to clients. That way they have an idea what's going on. And then HomeBot videos. If you guys don't have HomeBot, I did another video on this. It's an amazing tool. It's a great way to keep your past clients on drip. It has the capacity to do video emails. So I'm going to do some more video emails to my homeowners, and just giving them value as far as being a homeowner, between, reading their amortization schedule, just homeowner stuff, financial and physical homeowner stuff. So those are the quick things when it comes to video marketing that I do that could really helpful to you guys. If you guys don't have StreamYard, I really highly recommend taking a look at it if you're especially looking to heavy video marketing and looking for a video marketing plan. So those are some of the tools, and having a plan is going to be the most beneficial thing. If you need help with content, let me know. I'd be happy to kind of give you some stuff in order to work on that. Otherwise, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. By next time I do a video, I will be 1 year older. So I'll be turning 31. I'm officially in my 30s, and I'm actually excited. So hopefully you have a great weekend. Talk to you guys soon. Bye. Nuke out.